Are live with TubeBuddy CEO. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. As Andrew and everybody knows, I absolutely love being on camera, and I'm very excited for this.
This is a treat to get Phil on today. So, Phil, today we are just going to be focusing mostly on some questions that I know our audience has. I know that a lot of our users have been asking. We're getting people coming in already. I just wanted to take this time to welcome everyone in chat. So, Phil, we are going to go immediately to brass taxes. So, everyone wants to know TubeBuddy for Android. When is it coming out? What's the status? Can you let us know anything?
Sure. I wish this was a big reveal, but we can give you some information. First of all, thanks for everybody's patience. To be honest, it was kind of a coin flip that we chose iPhone first. I happen to have an iPhone, so it was easier for me to develop it. It wasn't that we're iPhone fans versus Android. I think we're pretty evenly split around the TubeBuddy offices. But yeah, so last couple days ago, we sent out a tweet, got some beta testers on the Android version. I think all the bugs are worked out. Everything is really ready to go. So at this point, unless anything crazy comes up, we should be able to submit it to Google potentially by the end of this week. And then we'll just wait for them to review it. And once they give it the go-ahead, it'll be live.
Perfect. So, my next question is when you created TubeBuddy, that was almost 3 years ago now. Is it what you thought it would be looking at it now?
Sure. I guess it's actually much beyond where I thought it was going to be. Um, I don't know. I still remember kind of the first day getting a button to display inside YouTube's website, and it just kind of like clicked that day, the potential that it had. But even then, I never imagined, all the different functionality that we offer, and out on mobile, and kind of all the directions TubeBuddy's gone. I knew it was going to be good. I knew it was going to be different. Um, just the fact that we could offer people functionality right in their daily workflow on YouTube, I knew that was going to be huge. So yeah, I think it's definitely past where I thought it was going to be.
And I just want to take this time to welcome everyone in chat. Paul Peck says hello, everyone. Thank you for
Paul,
joining us.
how's our drywall?
So, I think that's actually an interesting thing. Have there been any channels that have surprised you that use TubeBuddy? Any that you weren't expecting, and just general?
Yeah, I mean, when we started before TubeBuddy, we worked on more of an enterprise level YouTube product and kind of focused on larger channels. But I think a really rewarding thing about TubeBuddy is that we get to work with kind of the everyday creators. So it's been exciting. I don't know if there's any surprising channels, but just the fact that we get to work with so many channels and lots of good people, that's that's what I enjoy.
So I just want to remind everyone that we are going to be accepting questions. So if you have any questions that you've wanted to know from TubeBuddy Phil, now is the time to ask. Back to Phil. All right, Phil. Another question is here is what is the main draw to TubeBuddy? Why should someone get TubeBuddy?
Sure. I think the main draw is just easing your frustrations on YouTube. I mean, there's enough frustrations as there are in general on YouTube that using their site shouldn't be one of them. And so that's why we try to come in and kind of help you in the process, just kind of ease your daily workflow. We do offer a lot of optimization and things along those lines, but honestly, to me, I really like our workflow tools, just the time saving so that you can spend that extra time creating more videos or kind of doing things you love instead of messing around on YouTube and having to go, video by video and things like that to make updates.
We have a question here from your real estate whisperer asking, what features are you excited to implement next?
Okay. So I guess we have a few things coming out over the next few weeks. One thing we just kind of silently launched yesterday that we haven't announced yet, but it's actually out there, is a demonetization manager. It's kind of a way to double check if any of your older videos have gotten demonetized. And we'll actually scan all your videos, find any demonetized videos that you haven't submitted for manual review yet. And you can bulk submit those to YouTube for manual review. So that's a process that if you're going to do by hand could take, I don't know, 15 minutes, and with TubeBuddy it'll take you 30 seconds. But as far as what's coming out next, I can't get into the details, but I can give you kind of the basics, and that is we really want to build out our integrations. So great valuations on your channel, very great, good product that we recommend. We want to build out some more integrations like that. So we recently have some great Patreon related tools and kind of help blend your Patreon supporters over on the YouTube website, which we'll announce that in a few weeks. We're also integrating with Twitter. So a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, you have your Twitter account and you're kind of going out to Twitter throughout the day to check your mentions and messages and those kinds of things. And a big piece of what TubeBuddy does is bring functionality outside of YouTube into YouTube. So you can kind of guess what that's going to be. But it's basically a lot of functionality of managing Twitter and hopefully other platforms right from within YouTube. So you never really have to leave YouTube. The final thing is an integration with Magic Links, another great company we're good friends with, and you should have information about that on Monday.
We got a question here from Hannah with the lipstick. Where do you get your haircut?
Good question. Right down the street here, Hannah. But do you have any recommendations?
We have another comment
Hannah's in the other room, by the way.
From Paul Peck.
Our exceptional, legendary support specialist. If you have any problems and you ever email us, it's either Chuck or Hannah that's going to get it figured out.
Hannah says, thanks. We have a comment here from Paul Peck who said, that will be cool. Good stuff coming for sure. We also have Aaron or Become a Prime in the chat. Another question I have, Phil, is why did you choose San Diego as the home base?
Well, that's where I live. So I've lived here for 18 years now. Moved out to San Diego for school and have a family out here now, business. If you point the camera outside, beautiful weather. You know, we live 5 minutes from the beach. We can get our surfing in, get our work done, and kind of live that Southern California lifestyle.
So, a lot of companies don't go to events. Why does TubeBuddy choose to go to events?
Well, I guess, you know, we really like to get out there and meet our users. You know, I think when we go, a lot of people have the intention of finding new business and telling people that aren't aware of TubeBuddy about TubeBuddy and what it does. But we definitely get the most enjoyment out of finding our existing customers at these conferences and kind of talking with them about what they love about TubeBuddy and how we can improve it. So as far as conferences, we have ClamorCon coming up in the beginning of May, so we're excited for that. And then hopefully we'll see a lot of you out at VidCon in Anaheim.
So we have a question from Aaron Become a Prime and also your Real Estate Whisperer. So I'll get started with your Real Estate Whisperer. And she says, I would like a scoring for the thumbnails we create for videos or even a thumbnail checklist. Would that be possible?
Sure. I guess as far as the scoring, with thumbnails, it gets a little more difficult because it's not just reading text and, you know, you have to get into software that can analyze images.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely more complex. But I think a checklist is a great idea. We have our thumbnail generator. There's no reason why we can't kind of have a checklist there to help you remember everything.
That'd be a really good idea. And one thing I like is that we take suggestions all the time. And as people can see here, that was a suggestion we like.
Yeah.
So Aaron asks, if you were to ever create a second office outside of San Diego, where would you want it to be?
I don't really know. I don't think the location matters too much. It's just kind of where the people are. So, you know, if we happen to get more employees in some area of the country, I would say open the office there, make it convenient for the employees. And it's not as much about the location. I just happen to live here. So I guess that's the answer.
Gord Eisman asks, is there any way to auto-audit old videos for suggested terms that a video could rank for?
Hey, Gord. Right now, there's not a way to kind of bulk go through videos, but that's definitely something we've considered. So right now, you know, you can get best practices audit on individual videos. We definitely want to allow that in bulk. But then in addition, I think a way to kind of bulk apply tags in that sense would work pretty well in TubeBuddy.
People are saying we should go to Orlando for the second office.
Okay,
Getting both coasts covered, I guess.
that works.
So, another question we've been asked in the past is when TubeBuddy was first around, it was mostly used, at least to the public, for tags. What would you say TubeBuddy is used more nowadays, including tags?
Yeah, I think tags is still really the number one request and features that we hear people talking about. Um, as I mentioned earlier, I really like the workflow tools, the bulk processing, saving people time. So it's kind of a good split between a lot of tags and optimization, bulk tools, but then also, we have a lot of research tools, the health report and things along those lines, A/B testing, where you can kind of run tests on your channel or, get access to some good data that can help you.
Any plans for a VidCon meetup this year?
Yeah, I mean, we will have a booth there, so everybody is encouraged to stop by, and I'm sure we'll set up kind of a meetup like we did last year, maybe on the second level, creator level, and follow us on Twitter, Instagram to get info on that.
Gord asks again, how about something that can tell you age brackets for videos so that you can go through a manual audit exercise for suggested videos?
I guess I would ask, are we talking about your own videos? If that's the case, I think that could go into the audit where we provide some analytics for each video. That's something you can always follow up with me, phil@tubebuddy.com, and kind of talk through the idea a little bit more. A lot of times it takes a little bit of back and forth to understand exactly kind of what you're going after and the best way to implement it.
So we have from Paul, would you ever consider a title tool like the tag tools? And I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah, it's definitely a recurring theme around our office and high on our list. And just to give everybody a little bit background, I think we have, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 different good ideas that I think we
connect. Good. And we are back. Sorry about that, everyone. Everyone, we are back. So we have a question, which is, let me go back because we apologize for technical errors. I'm just a bike ride away from you guys. All right, we are back. If we go down one more time, folks, we will have to end the stream, but hopefully you are finding some value here. All right,